craziest couples ever.
A lot of you guys have been asking me.
Nobody's been asking.
What's going on, guys? Shak-Reacts here once again, and I'll show some more clips of the craziest couples I can find. And look at my favorite clip will be at the end, guys, so make sure to stay tuned all the way till then to find it. But in this first one, it is definitely insane as well. Basically, we have this guy over here. I guess he's talking to a woman who had a bunch of kids with 3 different guys. Now, apparently they start judging the new guy she's with, calling him an absolute sucker and a simp, to be honest. Let me know what you guys think about that.
How long have you been married?
I've been married for 3 years.
Okay, how many children? How many children y'all got?
We have 2.
Okay, how many children you got outside of that?
Okay, and when I got with him, I had 4.
Why did you assume she had kids outside of
Gosh! By how many different men?
3.
Damn.
See, this is a prime example. She and her husband know.
No, she
found
didn't
her
find no
fool.
husband. That ain't no husband.
She found her fool.
That ain't no husband.
Hold on. So what you mean I found a fool?
That is not right.
Found a sucker.
Okay, so
Found a
In this text, I guess we have this girl over here. I guess she's showing her dad her song that she released, and this was his thoughts. She was definitely shocked.
Who is that? Really? Wow. It's terrible.
And this next little woman is absolutely delusional. Basically, she is saying she deserves a man who makes 100K a year because she likes a guy who is super motivated, super ambitious. And I'm like, okay, you know, every single girl has said that so far. But what's something special about you that you bring to the table yourself?
All right, let's talk about money. How much money they need to make a year?
Ooh, I don't know if I have a dollar amount.
Stop the cap.
I feel like you need to be very comfortable. Like, I like the type of guy that takes initiative, takes you out, is like a babe, I got you this, I booked this for us type of man. So anybody who's still kind of hustling and on their grind, and I respect it, but I just feel like for where I am in my life, I'm not there. So I don't have a dollar amount, but I think if you feel very secure financially and you're making moves and you're ambitious and you're a boss, then it kind of speaks for itself. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to be up in your pockets. But if I feel like...
So basically, she is saying since she is a boss chick, she makes a lot of money herself, she deserves a guy who also makes a lot of money. That is usually the argument a lot of women are making. But the sad part is, a man doesn't need a boss chick. A man doesn't need another man in the family. A man needs a wife. So you making a lot of money isn't appealing another man. And to be honest, doesn't give you the right to also ask for a guy who makes a lot of money, because we don't care about that. But just continue listening to what she says.
This weekend, because money's a little tight, it's like maybe you shouldn't be dating, you know? Like, I just...
What do you mean by we can go there? Like go
Like if someone's like
at a restaurant or
their
on
money,
vacation?
or they're trying to like save and things like that, like I respect it, but I just feel like men shouldn't really be dating unless they're financially safe, like secure, you know?
Okay.
So after all that, I guess she does get confronted with a guy who also joins, and I guess she also lets out a secret that says she doesn't want to have kids ever, because all she wants to do is pretty much grind and work hard, even though she just said she doesn't want to give any of her money to the guy she's with. So when you're saying you want to grind and work hard with your man, you basically just mean you want to work your own job and keep your own money while he also gives you money for doing absolutely nothing and not even giving him a family. I'm not sure what kind of man would ever sign up for that.
I moved to LA and I feel like I'm 22 again, like restarting my career and things like that. I had a whole career before this, so I'm very much in like hustle mode, and like I would like to have fun and like date someone seriously, but the whole kids marriage thing, like I'm more into like building together, grinding, ambition, like business, like that versus kids.
In this next one, it is very correlated to the last clip we just watched. Basically, we have this woman over here. She is calling herself very traditional. However, she doesn't dress like she's traditional, but she wants a man who is, because traditional men are the ones that are, you know, providing for women, and women absolutely doing nothing. But these women clearly do not know what the definition of traditional means.
Traditional man in a relationship, right? Mm-hmm. Would it be fair to say you're a traditional woman? I can answer
For the
that.
most part, yes.
Okay, but would a traditional woman have her body half naked on Instagram?
See, that's where I...
Okay, but
tend to
hear me
differ.
out. You're exposing yourself in a sexual way.
Right.
You're condoning that.
I think it's based on the partnership. I think your partner would have to really be
Okay, but
comfortable
you
with
want
your
a
line of
traditional
work.
man. You want a traditional man, but see, this is the problem with a lot of modern day women. They don't want to be a traditional woman. Okay, so if you were with a man, the love of your life, and he was the perfect guy that you created, and that's the guy who says, Christina, you're in love with me, you do anything for, yep, I'll do anything for you, you do anything for me. I want you to close your Instagram account. Would you do it?
If I didn't have to rely on Instagram for work, and this was the perfect scenario where I knew this was my husband, I would not take away what makes me Christina.
But then you're not being traditional.
And this next one, I guess this guy's bringing up the fact that these women have such high standards for the men that they want that they end up staying single till they're 30. And when they get to 30, it's pretty much too hard for them to date anyone anyways because the guys are going for younger chicks. Let me know if you guys agree with that.
Listen, you can do whatever you want with your body, but at the end of the day, when you end up in your 30s and you're crying like these women in their 30s, yeah, because the men like us are not picking them because of the choices they made, they're not going to tell you this. They're going to tell you it's all about you. They're going to tell you, oh, it's the men's fault. You're going to find out. And then you know what happens then? They become very humble. Now they want to start cooking and making a sandwich. Oh, you got 2 youths. Oh, by Chad and Tyrone and Jerome. Oh, 3 even. Now you want to...
Now you can get more than a sandwich.
Yeah, and this is the thing. They tend to get humble in their 30s. Yeah, late 30s, they start to get real humble when they come with extra baggage, right? And what I'm trying to say to you is, they're not going to tell you this.
And this next one is absolutely brutal. This guy was trying to talk to his girl. I guess they're on some quick date, and he ends up saying this. He fumbled the bag so fast.
Good. How are you?
Good. I'm Mariah.
Mariah, nice to meet you. I'm Donish. Outside of work and whatnot.
I like to work out.
She is so fine. Hold on, chat. Let me straighten up, chat.
Oh, I like to travel. I really want to go to like Cabo.
Yo, we can go together. Alright.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
I just gotta see what else.
Of course, there's a...
Yo, chill, man, yo. Oh my God.
Like, bro, why would you say that? You know what I'm saying? Just because she said she want to go to Cabo don't mean she want to go with you, bruh. Especially when she just met you.
And this next one is absolutely disappointing. I don't know why this guy is still with her. I would have left immediately. This is such a huge red flag.
Dating?
Yeah.
What's a message to your ex? Is she a rebound?
What? No, God, no.
Okay. It's good for you because, you know, then like you don't want to be that rebound.
I would never be around.
Do you guys talk to your exes?
What? Nah.
Bi-weekly.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog.
And this next one, I guess this girl wants to call up her guy best friend. I guess she feels like she can always pull him and hook up with him at any time he wants, except this was actually the case.
Me right now.
How hammered are you?
Yes or no? Just say yes or no. I'm being so serious right now, like you have to. Really, just say yes or no, Landon. It's not that deep. It's really not. Okay.
Dang, he ruined his chance.
Really did.
Stop falling for the I went through a 304 phase. There's no such thing. That is who she is. Even if it's deep down, that is who she is.
And this next one, this girl is kind of confusing, but to be honest, I also kind of get what she is saying. You guys aren't going to be mad at me for saying this. But basically, she wants a man, anytime she says, oh, she wants flowers, she doesn't want him only to bring flowers. She wants him to do other things as well. I guess she wants him to just like, you know, read in between the lines, you can say. Now, I'm not going to lie, guys. If you want to be a good kind of guy to a woman, you got to be reading in between these lines. And even though for what she's saying, she sounds crazy, I kind of don't blame her in a sense.
Oh, I really want flowers. And he would only just get me flowers. I know that sounds bad. I know exactly how it sounds. But in my mind and in my thinking, it's like, I don't want to just tell you exactly what to do. I'm not trying to mother you. I would like the flowers. I'm not saying the flowers is what's wrong, but it's, why couldn't you get me flowers and chocolate? Why couldn't you just go the extra mile to think outside the box rather than just following in my exact footsteps of what I'm telling you that I like?
You single?
Yeah.
So imagine you find the perfect guy, and he's a 10, but his skincare routine is no good. What is he then?
Maybe a 4?
4, so he goes down 6.
And this next one is doing are absolutely delusional. Basically, they all think that they're 10s, and even some of them even second guess themselves. They're saying, oh, I guess I'm a 10 because everybody keeps calling themselves 10s, and they don't want to seem like they're self-conscious. But the reality is, you're not self-conscious for thinking you're not a 10. You're being realistic, and you're giving yourself realistic expectations for a guy you want, and not shooting for the stars and being single like the rest of these women are.
Ladies to rate themselves on a scale of 1 to 10. Rate your physical appearance.
10.
10.
I guess a 10. I already said this. I'm a 10. Yeah, I'm a 10. 10. Yeah, probably a 10.
10 though? Really?
I want to be honest. You don't think we're 10? I asked you this yesterday and you didn't answer.
Women are delusional these days. Most of the time they think they're a 10 because of all the attention that they're getting on social media and dating apps. I bet you if you line up 6 guys right there and ask them if they're a 1 through 10, they'll be honest and be like, oh, I'm a solid 5. You know, girls can't do that. They've been gassed up so much that They all think that they're pretty princesses and 10s.
And this sexist guy absolutely humbled this girl. She was not ready for what he was about to say.
Come on, all big period. You see me, this big. Yes, period.
I hope you're not lying to your followers talking about you driving a Mercedes Benz. It's an Amazon van. Put your best on, get to work. What are you doing?
And this next one, I guess this guy just clearly did not understand what the question was. I don't think he heard her, and to be honest, I kind of don't understand what she's saying either.
On a date and I bring a friend, are you paying for them?
Repeat it one more time. Oh my God. I know. He had to make a statement.
You really didn't hear me for real?
Huh? Nah, Des, what did you say? I forgot Des.
And this next one, guy's absolutely confident. He handled this like an absolute G. Basically, I guess the crowd was booing him and insulting him for being bald, but this is how he handled it, and I think he passed perfectly.
Good luck.
In this section, we have this woman over here. She is saying that it's super simpy and like kind of disgusting when a man is always saying, "Hey honey, good morning," and sending a bunch of emoji faces, or just saying cringy stuff in the morning. Like, "Oh, I hope you had a great night's rest," and stuff like that. And it comes off like as childish. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Once again, you guys are gonna hate me. She is not wrong. The amount of girls that actually don't like this is pretty insane. And it's not like they don't want their man to show affection. They just don't want him showing any weakness or act childish in any way. That's my 2 cents. You guys can take it or leave it, but that's what I think.
Good morning text. Good morning, sweetheart. How are you doing? Hope you slept well. You're basically saying you're a simp. That text is not masculine. That is not a good text. It shows needy. It just shows that like, oh, I was thinking about you and I was hoping your morning was going well. That's not what you want to come across as.
The only thing that I agree with is that you shouldn't have full-on conversations via text because there's a better way to do it, and that's talking in person or over the phone. But for anyone that believes that dating needs to consist of not showing interest and not communicating, you're not trying to have a relationship. You're trying to play a game. And the good men that have zero desire for games are not even going to look your way.
And this next one, I'm not sure how this is even possible. Let me know what you guys think.
What? I was yawning. Oh my god. How are you, Josh? What, boys? Why are you always making fun of me?
Husband is a good guy, but you're ready for divorce. You're not a bad person. So don't let guilt get the best of you.
In this section, we have this woman over here who thinks having a high body count still doesn't judge her value. If you guys haven't been watching Logan Paul lately, you guys can clearly tell by him marrying the woman he's marrying, body count definitely matters and affects a man's reputation. Just saying.
Red flag if a girl has a high body count.
Yeah, of course.
What do you mean, of course?
Why does she have a high body count?
I don't know, maybe because why does a guy have a high body count?
A guy and a girl are not the same.
And what do you think a high body count is?
Anything over 2.
Over 2?
Yeah.
So basically, if she's not a virgin.
Yeah, you should save your body for your husband.
And this next we have these men over here. I guess they are single fathers, and they're just explaining about how stressed out they are about how the child support system makes absolutely no sense. And to be honest, we've all gone through this. It does make no sense.
Anybody in here want to share a situation where they're paying child support, but they're not able to see their children as much as they would like to?
All in all, for all my kids, I pay $1,175 a month in child support. And I have seen my twins 2 times in 9 months.
I wasn't able to really put up much of a fight in court because I was making $30 every 2 weeks.
These fathers are not deadbeat, they're dead broke.
When I speak to some men who vent their frustrations about the child support system and why they're angry, I explain to them that child support is a business. If you don't pay your child support, you're gonna go to jail.
Child support checks are better than a ring? Really? So money is more important to you than your child having an active father in his life.
And this next one, I'm not sure why this woman decided to ask this question during, like, I guess a dating interview. It's kind of weird, but clearly they just do this for clicks and views. But still, it's super inappropriate to bring up. I don't think any logical man would ever answer these questions correctly or proudly.
I said the motorbike.
A what?
The motorbike.
What's that?
You don't know. Listen, I actually speak louder than words, and I'm not going to tell you, but I'll show you.
No, you can tell me.
Nah.
Sounds like hard work.
It probably is.
What is it?
You'll find out after the date.
Tell me what it means. No. I might not be able to do it.
Sure, I'll make sure you are. With consent, of course. with consent. I had to clear that up.
In this section, finally, we have this woman over here who understands about how men look at women and how men look at women who make a lot of money. Bottom line is, we do not care. Women are saying that the only way they grow their value is by the same way a man grows his value, which is making a lot of money, and it doesn't work that way. Men and women think differently, and we're not going to look at you better because you make a lot of money. We really just do not care.
Women tend to think that because they have gone to school, they're educated, I'm educated, gone to school, you make money, you think that because I bring something to the table financially, that makes me a high value woman. And we have to stop thinking about it the way we think about it. We thinking about it the way that we evaluate men. Oh, if men are bringing something to the table, they're a high value man. Okay, men don't think the way that we think. And I think that that's what makes it delusional. What we think is high value is not what men think is high value, right? We may think that Oprah is high value, but a man may not see Oprah as being a high value woman. We cannot define terms for men and get mad at men because men have different value systems than us. They look at things differently than us, you know? So again, I think that that's what makes it delusional because we're not men. Just like men can't tell us what's attractive, we can't tell men what's attractive, period.
And this sex with woman is absolutely insane. I'm not sure how she sent 65,000 text messages to a guy she just met within a week. She deserves to be behind bars. This is crazy.
This bombarded him with 65,000 text messages.
I love him.
After just 3 dates.
And I thought we would just do what everybody else did and we would just like get married and everything would be fine. And love, not everything is perfect. This was a journey. And I wanted to apologize because nobody would ever be more sorry.
And this next one, I guess this guy ends up approaching a bunch of women, asking them for what their sign is, and then ends up saying he doesn't want them, pretty much showing them that their own logic is hurting them. Believing these stupid signs is only being negative towards you, and it's not benefiting anybody.
You're very beautiful. What's your sign? What's your sign?
And this next one, this poor guy is getting absolutely violated for just trying to be good at bowling, I guess. And this next we have this man over here. He's talking about, I guess, the wage gaps between sports. Now, guys, I've shown a bunch of clips like these on my channel, but I guess here's just another one that proves the wage gap is absolutely stupid and it doesn't exist. You are paid for what you deserve, not what you think you deserve.
Let me do something that I'm afraid nobody wants to hear or know. The women got a pool or got paid out from a pool of $30 million from the Women's World Cup. The men would draw from a pool of $400 million, okay? $400 million, $30 million. Why is that? It's because the Men's World Cup generates $6 billion in revenue. The Women's World Cup generates $131 million in revenue.
Wow.
If you want to talk about pay disparity, the Women's World Cup players get paid out 20% of the total revenue. The men get paid out 7%. As a percentage point, they are getting much more. The problem is, for anybody desiring equal pay, and by the way, I think equal pay is a ridiculous concept in and of itself. If the women generate more revenue, they should get paid more than the men. Don't strive for getting the same, strive for getting what you're worth. And if you're worth more, then get more.
And of all the worst clip on the list, guys, we have this woman over here. She ends up getting absolutely humbled by this man's honesty.
A lot of you guys have been asking me.
Nobody's been asking you.
Well, that's what you guys want to watch, guys. In the next one, take care. Peace.